Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back from the MLG studios here in New York City. My name is Axel Toss. I'm joined by Axlab. We're watching some awesome StarCraft 2 Heart of the Storm, of course, exhibition play. Losers from MLG Round 1, all thrown in a bracket. We're going to see who comes out on top. This is the first match that we're covering. It's MKP versus Seed, and it's tied.
An amazing match. Seed always does this.
He does.
This is actually just like the MVP games, where he loses the first couple games to like Medivac getting in his base. He's like, okay, this is what I gotta do to beat this guy.
Yeah.
Very adaptive player in subtle ways. You know, he doesn't totally abandon his plan, but he makes adjustments necessary. And man, that last game,
Very
so
tense,
intense.
very back and forth. Like, honestly, a little decision here, a little decision there, different from these guys, and it could have been completely another way around.
Yeah.
But, you know, Seed making all the right moves there, able to convert to victory, which leads us to Game 5.
Game 5, the map is gonna be on Whirlwind. We should get this one started, man. I can't wait.
I'm ready.
I can't wait. Amazing, amazing first 4 games. Game number 5, hopefully will be just as good, if not better. Look at this map.
It's
Power there in the middle.
I like this map. It's one of the bigger ones in the pool. These guys have plenty of experience on it. Of course, used in GSL. Is it used in Pro League too? Trying to recall. You're supposed to be the master of this stuff.
I am.
It's okay.
I actually.
It's used in MLG.
Yes, it's
All
used in MLG and GSL. I want to say it's not used in Pro League, but I could be mistaken there. I see too many games that mix them all up.
All right, let's introduce these guys. Of course, in the bottom right-hand location, we have the Red Terran player who started out this series up 2-0. He finds himself in a win or die situation where he must win to advance to the next round. If he loses, he is out of this consolation bracket. He is Marine King Prime. Of course, his opponent in the bottom left is the Blue Protoss player who refuses to give up, showing some inspiring Protoss play, utilizing Storms incredibly well. Pretty good comeback in the last game as well. He is Seed from Team Incredible Miracle. And again, as Mr. Nicholas Renish, aka Axlab, has said, this is what Seed has done plenty of times in the past. Being down 2-0, but being able to control his units well enough to mount a comeback. We'll have to see if he can convert to a victory here.
Marine King with the deviation here on Whirlwind. No command center first for the first time in the series.
And the probe is going to spot this. Now, they are quote-unquote close positions here on Whirlwind. So we'll have to see how that changes this play. Of course, Marine King didn't scout, so he can't necessarily know that. However, he could be like, all right, that probe was so fast, my opponent's definitely close position. But we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, he's going to try to take this SCV down.
Oh, is he going to get it?
He will. Oh, no!
Oh! Whoa, look at that probe escaping with 1 life.
He's like, get out of here, man. You're not getting my SCVs.
You could tell there was the Protoss guy in the homeworld saying, all right, probe, go in and kill that SCV. And he's like, okay, I'll do it. And he's like, oh, no, I won't.
He got scared.
Jets out there just in time.
Seed thought he got the last zap off and then got out of there, but he did not get the last zap off.
Gets out before the Marine pops out as well. So
first
he actually
blood belongs to me.
escaped all the way. All that action, 0 units lost on both sides.
All that action.
That was a lot of action for the first, you know,
Absolutely.
3.5 minutes of the
Those
game.
are some of my favorite skirmishes to watch in StarCraft 2, those early worker skirmishes. And of course, they're always the ones that frustrate you the most if you're actually playing. Like if you lose a probe, there's so much pride involved there because you have your basic units. It all comes down to who's the better microer. And if you lose a unit in the early game, it could actually really affect you as the game goes along.
Oh, it can. In fact, actually, I remember, I think it was game 4 between Flash and Light from the finals of Dallas.
Yeah.
You have 3 or 4 when he lost like 2 SCVs to the first drone, and you could just see in his face, and it really, like, it emotionally troubled him a bit, and he kind of started falling apart in that series from there on out. I mean, he won, like, he was doing really well in the first couple sets of that series, and then, you know, life just got to him. But here on Whirlwind, we have, of course, Seed knows his opponent did not open with gas, because the probe was in there. Marine King has still not scouted Seed, but he is about to get in here right now. SCV confirms the fact there's an expansion. Stalker should prevent it from getting into the main base, though.
That SCV should die.
Yes. Yeah, that SCV is not going to
It's already
escape.
pretty low in health, too. I think it was zapped a couple times earlier. Yeah, there it goes down. And yeah, you know, talking about, you know, one last point about the early skirmishes, I think in TSL, the Broodor, Idra lost an SCV. And didn't he like leave the game or something? Do I remember that correctly?
I wouldn't be surprised.
You don't remember that, Nick?
I
It's like
saw,
one of the
I saw
most
the TSL, but
iconic moments in StarCraft 2 or StarCraft history. Not
Idra has
iconic,
a lot
but-
of those.
Yeah, I
to
guess
be
that's
fair.
No, he literally lost one SCV, and I think.
It was probably the one building the command center. He couldn't.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Didn't have an easy way. Oh,
There
wait,
was, like,
there was. I
Idra.
mean, I know there was one where he meant to take the SCV off the
It was
command
against.
center,
It was against Noni. It
and instead he canceled it.
was against Noni. Anyway, we have 5 gates here from Seed.
This is the first time. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Stalker. No, Stalker. And that's going to leave Marine King more comfortable to push out with the Marines.
These guys are so chatty. He's like, get out of here, man.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that symbol means.
This is dangerous, though, because if Marine King pushes out and he gets caught, but if he pushes out
If he
early
sees
enough,
the pylon,
if he sees the
and kills it,
pylon,
that'll be a tell of monumental proportions. He saw it. He definitely saw.
I mean, he saw it, but did he realize it was there?
It's a little dot on his. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
he's
the
extending
sentries.
so far.
Sentry's barely able to get out of there.
You don't wanna
Very
use your
close
force fields
call. Using some force fields.
That's no fun.
Now Marine King's going to head back.
He knows.
Oh, is he going to catch all his units warping in when there's no sentry support? This could be a big win for Marine King.
Zeld's coming forward. The sentry going to try to get away. This is bad news. Very bad news here for Seed. Marine King is pretty much going to know exactly what's going on. Stim is going to finish. Seed's push is going to be much later than he intended.
Done.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't do
Yep,
it anymore.
there's a Forge in Twilight, so he's definitely going to be straying away from this
Yeah.
push, hoping that showing what he did to his opponent will scare him enough to make him make some adjustments and slow down his build progression. But, you know, Marine King not adding any additional bunkers. He's feeling perfectly fine right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the build was a great idea by Seed because what we had here was every single game before this, Seed never built his second gateway even until he already built either the Robo or the Stargate, some tech building. And so it was really cool to see him mix it up so much. And this is how he won Game 3 in the series as well, is by throwing out a strategy that Marine King would never expect was happening. We saw Marine King didn't expect it. He moved his units out. If Marine King missed that pylon, and if C, I mean, what could have happened is C could have warped the units, hit him from both sides,
Yeah.
and just destroyed that first army and won the game. But unfortunately, Marine King just barely saw the pylon. He was able to catch those sentries, and just everything went well for Marine King in that opening. Now he's on a counterattack, but C,
Oh,
yeah, counterattack was a little bit ill-advised against that.
there's a lot
many
of zealots up there. Also a cannon being warped in. Is there no Mothership Core? I don't see one right now.
I think he skipped it just to have the maximum number of sentries for that attack.
Yeah, there's no Mothership Core. At the very least, Marine King going to try to bait as many force fields as possible so he can follow up a push with those medevacs and really spread his opponent out. But Seed has Storm on the way, and he has I think that's +1. Yeah,
plus one armor first. Yeah, first. Of course,
Skin
later
charge.
upgrades than previously, because
Yeah, because of that push. And a lower gas count because of all the sentries he warped in. But this is going to start getting scary because Marine King's going to have those medevacs out. Definitely going to try to do some dropping with the Ignite Afterburners, I would imagine. While, of course, threatening that front door. And he has Stim. He's about to finish +1. So we'll have to see if Seed can adjust appropriately.
double medevac drop heading here into the main.
Oh.
What does Seed have to defend it?
There's one Zealot. He's going to try to hold strong, but it's not going to happen. Oh, 3 High Templars there. Gonna warp one and gonna try to keep the other one back, but MKP, he sees it. He's targeting down that High Templar, targeting down a cannon as well, and great timing here on this push. Storm should be finishing up here on this High Templar archives, but Marine King doing a lot of damage here.
He is, and he gets out without losing anything. Of course, the factory's flying into the natural. Let's see how many units are there to defend. Seed does have Storm up now, and he's got one Templar with
Where's the
soon
Motion
to
Core?
be
Is
enough
it out?
energy. He's playing without
He's
one.
like, no thanks.
He's like, you know what? Mothership Core's for suckers. I don't even need that. Spend all my gas on these High Templar, these upgrades.
I mean, at this point, like, it won't have a lot of energy, even like, it may be even worth it to like get an extra High Templar instead of the Mothership Core. But anyway, here comes Marine King,
great
landing the
factory
factory,
land.
so the Zealots are going to be able to squeeze by there. High Templar overextending, did not have Storm available. Not the greatest force fields either. The Zealots really can't get up close and personal. In fact, acting as a shield in favor of Marine King. Marine King to try to re-engage. Seed has a lot of charge left here. Going to try to scoop those up, but Marine King going to get out of there, and he's going to re-engage. Not a lot of force fields left.
Very few left, of course. That second layer of force fields was very good, but Marine King just picked his
Yeah.
units up and got them out of there.
Yep.
Seed, you know, he's got the charge loss with one armor. He's building up more and more and more,
Time.
but that factory is such a key building placement. Templar with no upgrades yet. Marine King's kiting is too good.
Yeah, and we can see some units wanting to hit that factory, but of course, Seed wants them to engage the army of Marine King. Marine King going straight to the natural, going to try to take down these High Templars. He's going to have to warp the Minion Archon. Of course, Seed did not want that. They were actually moments away from getting a Storm available, which means Seed is going to have any Storms. The Archon gets targeted down. Marine King continuing to press forward. He's up 126 to 71 in supply. Seed desperately trying to hold on, using his last force fields, warping in more and more Zealots, but Marine King sending more and more units across the map, and here come the probes from Seed trying to make it happen, but they're going to melt away, and there's the GG from Seed. Marine King takes the series.
He does. Interesting choices not to get the
no
Motion
Motion Core.
Yeah. I feel like one Photon Overcharge to buy time to get some Storms up might have made the difference. But we saw even with that Photon Overcharge in games 1 and 2, Marine King's like, I'll just go in and, and fight anyway. It's not that big a deal.
There's also so many tricky skirmishes there as far as High Templars are concerned, because at that point, High Templar are probably the most valuable unit for Seed, so every single High Templar is important. If we go back and count how many High Templars he lost to Marine King's superb micro, targeting them down, it was around 4 or 5.
It was.
There was no Storm ever went down in that game, and that's partly because Marine King able to identify not only where those High Templars are, but the timing of Storm.
And how much energy that each one had on them. So he'd see, oh, this guy has 70 energy. Let's get this guy first because, you know, 8 more seconds or whatever, he'll have a Storm.
Yeah, great play there from Marine King. And of course, that initial drop in the main, right on top of the High Templar. Imagine if that drop wasn't there, those High Templar have a lot of energy. Completely different game. Anyway, Marine King advances. Let's take a look at that updated bracket. Of course, again, if you're just now joining us, the 16 losers from round 1 of the 2013 Winter Championships have been thrown into a bracket. We're giving them a second chance. Today, we're going to have 1 match per day. Today's match, of course, Marine King versus Seed. Marine King advancing 3-2 over his opponent. Going to be playing the winner of Huck versus Baby Knight. That's going to be this Friday. Of course, we have Vibe State, Bly Suppy, Minigun Creator, Stefano Thorzane, Sase Ghost User Hero Feast. Awesome matches, awesome games, awesome players. And there is the schedule on your screen. Lots of great ones.
Exactly. So tomorrow at 5 Eastern is going to be Bly versus Suppy. Both these guys have shown a lot of promise. Of course, Bly in Dallas showed some great games against Flash there.
Yep.
And, I mean, Suppy played great at Blizzard World Finals, almost taking down Partying in that tournament.
Of course, he won the CSL World Finals for his team. Well, he didn't win, but his team won it. But
and
he was the ace player.
He was the ace player, exactly. And he won both his match in the regular lineup as well as the ace match.
He's a pretty cool guy, too.
He is a nice guy.
He can jump really high, too.
That's an important skill to have.
Bly is a really cool guy, too. I had the chance to meet him at the championship event. Really classy guy. Of course, he's the one who went toe-to-toe with Flash. Really exciting games there. But, of course, this game is what's coming your way tomorrow. Proceeding on with the round of 16 of this consolation bracket. We're calling it the MLG Winter Exhibition. Of course, today, we still have some stuff coming your way in the form of Rules of Engagement.
We do. So shortly after we go on break here, just a few minutes, we're going to have Rules of Engagement. It's going to be Ghost User versus Bomber,
Ooh.
Game 3.
That's going to take you 3 hours to go over, man.
It is. I'm not going to cover everything in that game because, like you said, it would take 3 hours, so we don't quite have that much time.
Where's your passion? I'm just kidding. I'm not making you do that.
So it was an amazing game, though. If you want to check it out,
Alex,
it's on VOD. YouTube.com/official MLGSC2. Go and check the playlist at round 32. It also, as soon as you get that top 5 playlist up, I think that it might already be up. If it's not, though,
we got Lennox on it. He's got it. He's got that assignment written down. He's definitely going to get that up very quickly for you guys, of course. VOD from this event as well. If you're just now joining us and you missed the entire series of Seed versus Marine King, that VOD should be up fairly soon.
And I mean, don't miss any of these games, but especially Game 4 of this series.
Game 4 was
Game
phenomenal.
4 was insane. Non-stop back and forth action there. The micro was intense.
Yep.
Seed showing, why he won a GSL in that game.
Unfortunately, not having enough to completely close out Marine King, but definitely making it close, guys. That concludes today's edition of the MLG Winter Exhibition. Congratulations to Marine King for taking out Seed 3-2. He'll be advancing on to play the winner of Huck versus Baby Knight. Again, tomorrow we're going to have Suppy versus Bly. Tune in once again at 5 p.m. Eastern. And again, stay tuned for Rules of Engagement, which is coming up next.